Okay, welcome back, folks. This is lesson 2 of the April 2017 ICT Mentorship content dealing with ICT day trading model. This lesson is defining the daily range. Okay, the retail 24-hour trading day. Now, I teach through the MT4 platform, and everyone is aware that if you hold down Control and you tap the Y letter, it'll pull up the period separators for the respective time frame you have on your chart. And the retail version of the 24-hour trading day is not what we focus on, but I want to highlight the contrast between the two because this is what you see in a typical MT4 platform. The interbank 24-hour IPTA trading day is very different. So if it's going to be a high probability trade scenario that we're going to be looking for, it stands to reason we have to start with the same reference point that IPTA itself, the interbank price delivery algorithm, uses in referencing time. So we're going to have to use the same thing that IPTA does when we view price in the element of time of day. So when we see these retail delineations, and folks have these on your charts, that's pretty much a classic telltale sign they have no idea what they're doing, and they'll frame the day based on these vertical lines. What we're going to show now is how a interbank trader views price in relative terms to time. Okay, the first element we're going to break down is the Asian range. I get questions a lot. What is the kill zones? What is the Asian range? When's it begin? When's it end? All the things dealing with time of day. So this is the definitive teaching, so that way we can go through the rest of the lessons for April day trading. This is the only one you'll ever need to refer to. So if you've seen anything different in the past, this is the real one. Okay, every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, this begins the Asian range. Every day at midnight Eastern Standard Time, New York, ends the Asian range. We will learn specific things concerning this range later in April. For now, I want to give you the beginning and endings of all the specifics that deals with the IPTA trading day. Okay, the ICT London kill zone. Every day at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, begins the London kill zone. Every day at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, ends the London kill zone. Now we're going to learn specific things concerning this kill zone later in April, but for now, again, if you're ever questioning what I'm referring to in terms of the beginning and endings, you have to have a New York time clock. So either on your smartphone, they give you an opportunity to do world clocks. Whatever the time is in New York, use the times I'm giving you in this specific teaching and set that as your beginning and ending points for all of the references in time. Okay, the ICT New York kill zone. Every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, begins the New York kill zone. Every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, ends the New York kill zone. We will learn specific things concerning this kill zone later in April, but again, for now, this is the actual times I use to hunt the setup. The ICT London kill zone for London close. Every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York, begins the London close kill zone. Every day at 12 p.m. noon New York time, ends the London close kill zone. We will learn specific things concerning this kill zone later in April. But for now, whenever I refer to London close, this is the time window. Again, always in whatever New York time is, whether it's daylight savings time or regular time, this is the times I'm using. The IPTA true day definition. Every day at 12 a.m. midnight, New York time, begins the IPTA true day. This is the beginning of the 24-hour interbank trading day. Every day at 3 p.m. New York time ends the IPTA true day 24-hour interbank trading day. We will learn specific things concerning this time range in April. But for now, know that this is the beginning and the ending of an interbank 24-hour cycle. Okay, so let's take a closer look at what we've outlined here. What we have is a true day for a Monday, April 3rd, 2017. We classify this as a IPTA true day open at midnight and Monday true day close at 3 p.m. New York time. You can see that there are very, very specific time elements being shown here. Not only are we blending elements of IPTA data ranges and PD array matrix, we're looking at institutional order flow, but now we have an element of time that it gets so precise, it's hard to deny how anyone looking at this chart can see there's an algorithmic pattern and it's related to time. Now, we're not going into PD arrays and all the institutional reference points, but I want you to focus at the time windows here. Look at the turning points that we see here. Look at the daily high and look at the daily low. Look at the swing points throughout the rest of the day. There's logical reasons for why price goes to these levels and why they go specifically and precisely to one particular level or another. I want to add the 8:20 a.m. New York time. This is the CME open. Look at this line, draw straight up with your imagination and goes right to that little short-term low, and price rallies away from that. That is not randomness. Okay, I'm going to teach you a lot about 8:20 a.m. CME open that I did not give you in other teachings. This area here between the London and New York kill zones, this is London lunch. This is generally when we're not looking for any major significant price moves. Usually the market goes quiet or it continues in the path that is set for London open. Framing the day like this, you can clearly see using power 3, the open at midnight, small little down move in the Asian range, we would not be concerned with that. The up move on the Asian range resistance being broken out, the high of the day forms right at the beginning of the ICT London kill zone. That begins at 1 a.m. New York time. Folks that are using my free tutorials, they're waiting for 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. This is the actual kill zone I use. So the time window begins at 1 a.m. It ends at 5 a.m. Look at the high that forms at 5 a.m. at the very end of London kill zone. Exactly right there. Now look at the New York session kill zone. We have a short-term high that's framed inside of that New York kill zone, but look at the low that forms in the actual New York kill zone. It forms at 8:20 a.m. CME open. I'll tell you what the CME open is later on, but for now, just keep that as a reference point on your own charts. The high that forms in the New York session, okay, there's a swing high that forms, and it trades down into the London close. London close makes the low of the day, goes in consolidation, and trades off the low for a close, or what I refer to as the New York close. When I say New York close, I'm referring to IPTA true day close. It just saves me the time of saying IPTA. So true day begins at midnight New York time and ends at 3 p.m. New York time. Now 3 p.m. is because bonds close and the influence that interest rates have on the currency markets will have ended by then. The last hour, 2 o'clock to 3 p.m. New York time, will always encapsulate any movement that's related to FOMC. So interest rate announcements, FOMC minutes, all those events that take place around the 2 o'clock hour in New York time, that's what encapsulates that last portion. no matter what happens in FOMC, generally the move is ended, or the bulk of the move is ended by 3 p.m. New York time. And that's how you frame the entire daily range, open, high, low, and close, and that's the delineations of each. So going forward in this month, we'll know exactly what we're referring to in time and how to use these elements for precision. And until next lesson, I wish you good luck and good trading.